Yo, okay, so for 57 bucks, is it worth it? The verdict is still out, but I think it could be modded to make it something cool. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so we're about to pull this guitar out of the box. I'm not sure what to expect, but we'll see what this thing looks like. First thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna open it up and see how it looks. If it looks cool, that's already a plus. If it plays well, awesome. Let's get to it. There's the headstock, kind of a generic headstock. There's no logos on it or anything, I can tell. Nothing on the back. This styrofoam wrapping is kind of ripping up here. And sweet, we have a white Stratocaster style guitar. My first take on it is that we got a guitar. But actually it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's, the finish looks pretty sharp, nothing weird on it. It looks like a Stratocaster guitar. So let's see how it plays. That is not music to my ears. Let's tune it up real quick. I'd like to introduce everybody to my shop kitty, Bonham. All right, we got it tuned up. Let's see how this turns out, okay? First thing is that this thing resonates pretty well. I mean, it's just without, fretting it or anything. It's kind of hard to play. The string height, like the action on this is kind of high. It's pretty high. It's like you could see the saddles are all raised super high. My guess is that's to keep these from fretting out. So the fret action, the string action is super high. These guys are like maxed out height-wise. I have a sneaky suspicion that's because the fretboard is at a weird angle, so they raised this to keep this from fretting out. The neck feels really thick. It's a thick neck. It's like a kind of like a baseball bat. Like I'm not sure this is a Strat style neck or a Louisville Slugger. But the other thing is I noticed like the string, like the screws that attach the trim to the body, they're not all like screwed in all the way. Some of them are sticking up quite a bit and some of them are like all the way in. That's kind of a mess. The fretboard, by the way, is some sort of engineered wood. There's nothing wrong with that. I prefer real wood. There's also like a super weird like angle that they cut the fretboard out. It's not flat. It's like at a slight angle, which is weird. This is Bonham, my buddy. So there's a lot going on here, but a lot of it could be adjusted or replaced to make it a better guitar. Right out of the box, if you're gonna ask me right out of the box, I would say this guitar is probably not something I would recommend to a beginner or even someone that's intermediate. I wouldn't recommend this guitar especially for like if you're trying to buy a Christmas gift or a birthday gift for your kids. It needs a lot of work, and it's like the work that it needs would probably inhibit them from being able to play the guitar and learn properly. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take the strings off, and we're gonna need to take the neck off. This neck's at a super weird angle, so it needs to be shemmed or something. The frets, there's some fret buzzing going on around the middle of the fretboard here, so it was, fretting out in a few places here, so it's probably going to be leveled and re-fret, re-polished and everything. So let's get these strings off and see what we gotta do. Okay, now we're gonna check the scale length of this thing. This guitar is supposed to be 25.5 inches from the nut to the saddle. It is 26 inches. 26. So we're like a half inch off. I don't know if the neck is too long here or what happened, but something's wonky here. Okay, let's open this bad boy up and see what's going on inside the electronics cavity. I got a feeling it's gonna be some stuff that we don't really want to use, but let's see what we got. Okay, and as I thought, it would be kind of the lower end of the stuff that you would want to have in your guitar. So it's got these, the miniature size potentiometers, the import style switch, and these ceramic single coil pickups. I mean, this stuff, I haven't plugged it in yet, so we don't know what it sounds like, but usually this stuff doesn't sound so spectacular. So if you were going to use this guitar as something that you would want to play and learn on and stuff, you would want to change these out to something that sounds a little better. There's a bunch of really good pickup makers out there. DiMarzio makes some really sweet stuff. I would probably check out something like that. This is like, they start putting these plastic pieces in there. I don't typically like those, but I like the old school where no plastic. But let's see what's inside here. Okay. One thing I've noticed, there's no way to know what kind of wood this body is made out of. Everything's painted. Like all the cavities are painted and everything, so there's no way to know what this actually is. The fretboard is like longer on this side than this side. I think if I change the heel, I can push the neck down into the guitar body. It needs to go pretty significant. But it's all, like, you can see where it looks like it was just hand sanded or something. And it does not fit in the pocket at all. All right, folks, the verdict's out on this one. It's kind of like a lot of work, okay? Which we can do it, but is it worth it? For $57, would you do it? And that is a perfect fit. The saddles, from the nut to the saddle, is exactly 25.5 inches. It's exactly the right length for this guitar. So that worked. What we did there did the trick. Okay, so we've done a ton of work to this guitar. I mean, some pretty major repairs. Again, this is 57 bucks, so if you want my honest opinion, I would stay clear of the $57 TEMU guitar. Unless you're up for like a lot of work and special, you know, carving of necks and stuff, this is not one I would recommend. With that said, let's play it. Let's see what it sounds like. Let's get like a backing track rolling here. This guitar here is going to be one of our first giveaways. I would like to give this to somebody that is possibly needing a guitar, but maybe doesn't have the ability or the funds to buy one right now. If you know of somebody that would fit that bill or that need, let me know. Put it down in the comments down below. Tell us the story, how you know them, and what they need, and they could possibly be the first owner of a giveaway on Legacy Grooves. So with all that said, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys again on the next Legacy Grooves.